Hi golfers, David Reckless from Reckless Golf. Today I'd like to talk to you about the driver. The driver is the longest club in my bag, so it has the potential to go further than any other club in my bag. So what causes the distance? The length of the shaft, basically. And over the last 20 years, the standard length of a driver has gone up. So if we look back 20 years ago, the standard length of a driver was 43 inches. These days, most of the companies are making them at 45, some even at 46. And the rules of golf, the USGA and the R&A, made a ruling that you're not allowed to have a driver any longer than 48 inches in a competition. So when we look at those guys who are playing the long driving competitions, they're using 50-inch and 51-inch drivers. They're illegal for normal play. That's only for long drive contests. The loft of the golf club gives it its launch angle. Okay, so it doesn't give it its distance. It's part of it, but it's not the main reason. And if you look at Phil Mickelson these days, Phil's gone over the last few weeks from using a 6.5 degree driver to a 10.5 degree driver, and he's hitting the ball further and straighter than he has in years. Now, the driver. If I want to tee the ball really, really high, that will hook the ball more. So because the golf club is further from the ground, the face is going to rotate faster, so teeing it high can make it hook, and teeing it low can make it slice. So the height of your tee is governed on what type of shot you want to hit. See how we go. Very good. Best shot I've hit for a while. The most important part of getting the driver right is the loft. But before we do that, let's talk about where the lowest point is. Again, we want to try and make the same swing with every club. So the lowest point of the golf swing is after the ball. Because I move the ball further forward in my stance, it won't come down as steep, so therefore it won't take a divot. That's the reason we move the ball further forward, because the head design is different. It's not designed to dig into the ground. Now, I can hit up on the ball, and a lot of people these days tell you to hit up on the ball. The problem with hitting up on the ball is actually I'll hit a high slice. So if I want to hit a high slice, I will try and hit up on it more. Okay? So a lot of people are saying to hit up on your driver. Well, that's going to create a high slice and the ball won't go quite as far. Now, you've all heard about compression, that the ball should compress. Hitting down creates compression. Impact is three-dimensional. When you're hitting up, you're not compressing the ball. That's why you don't get the distance and you get the high slice, because you don't actually compress the ball properly. So as I said, if I want to hit a high slice, I'll hit more up on the ball. Now when you hit up on the ball severely, you'll actually top it because the club's moving up. So I don't really want to do that. I want to make sure I make the same swing throughout my bag, from wedge right through to driver. All I'm going to do is change the ball position. I want to try and make the same swing every time. That makes the game a little simpler. So just remember, if you make the same swing every time, you can adjust the height of your tee to suit how much curve you want with a hook or how much you want with a slice. Now when choosing the driver, as I said, the loft is the most important part. Here's a little guide for you. If your club head speed is 100 miles and above per hour, so if you've got a swing speed of 100 miles an hour or above that, to 120, 130, like the US Tour Pros, you'll use something that's 11 degrees or less. The faster the swing speed, the lower the loft. The higher the loft, the lower the club head speed. So if you're swinging the club at 80 miles an hour, you'll have a lot of trouble with a 10-degree driver, because you'll try and hit up on it to get it in the air, and that will cause topping. Now, the easy answer is, do you hit your 3-wood or your 5-wood or even your hybrid better than your driver? That tells us you've got a problem with the loft on your driver. So make sure you get the right loft to suit you. Keep in mind that club head speed rule is only a guide. It's not for everyone. So under 100 miles an hour, more loft. Over 100 miles an hour, less loft. Hope you enjoyed my lesson. Let's try and drive it straight down the middle so we can hit that shot onto the green. Thanks for watching. Go to my website, www.reckless